Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Soumya this side, and please subscribe me if you have not already subscribed. Your one subscription means a lot to me, and thank you all for watching me. In today's video I am going to discuss with you all some Salesforce admin sample questions. Okay, now we are going to discuss some questions which we encounter in Salesforce admin exam. And when I gave my exam, I just wrote the kind of questions which come to help my friends, and also my friends wrote some questions, and also I did some research from websites like Brainscape and Quizlet, where they post that what kind of questions normally come from Salesforce admin exam. And after seeing those questions, I marked that which one is the correct answer. And then I am here with some questions which I want to share with you. I will be having more of these series. If you guys like it, and please comment on my video saying that more of these series, I will share more questions. Okay, let's start. Firstly, we have which report should a system admin use to display the number of contacts related to an account. Okay, so whenever we are getting any question which is related to report, okay, we should understand that what kind of reports we have in Salesforce, and what kind of reports we have in the options. So we have two types. One is tabular, the other one is summary. Okay, so tabular report is a report which is in form of rows and column. It does not have anything like total, subtotal, or sum or count, any aggregate function. It does not have. Okay, so if we are talking here about we have to display the number of contacts, right? So number means that we have to display total, right? Total, subtotal. So in that case, first of all, we are going to use summary report. So it is very clear that whether we will select C option or D option. Okay, now let's see that what is in C. It is saying with a roll up summary account field, and D is saying with a report formula. Okay, now since they are saying that this contacts we have to share which are related to an account. Okay, so whenever we are talking about relations, right, we always use roll up summary field. Roll up summary field is used in a master detailed relationship. Okay, and whenever we want to calculate the sum, and show it on a related account, on a related object, so there we use the roll up summary field. Sum or total or count, or okay, all these, or maximum, minimum, all these functions, whenever we are talking about, we have roll up summary field. So here the answer is summary report with a roll up summary account field. Now the next question is, Ursa Major is adding objects to a custom report type. How many objects maximum can be added to this report? Okay, so we have this fixed that we can add four objects. Okay, as long as the objects have associations, they should have association. So we can have four objects. This is fixed for a custom report type. But if we are talking about a standard report type, then we can add 10 objects. Okay, so I just made this note so that in case they are asking this question for a standard report type, you all can answer 10. Okay, now let's move on to the next question, and the next question is that Ursa Major needs a case to be automatically created. Okay, which three features can an admin use to accomplish this goal? So in Salesforce, we do have features for creating case automatically, and these are web to case, process builder, and email to case. Okay, so these are predefined, and if you will go through the case assignment rules and everything related to case, you will get that we have these three options. One is web to case, then the other one is email to case, and the third one is process builder. Okay, so whenever we are talking about any automation, right, so process builder, automatically it comes. Now there is nothing called SMS to case, there is nothing like that. Okay, and this lightning for Outlook, obviously we don't select this is for some email related things. So these three are the standard options which we have, so always you have to select these three: web to case, email to case, and process builder. Now let's look in the next question. It says support representative at Universal Containers want the same technical engineering group to be associated with each new case. What should a system admin do to define this requirement? Okay, now they are saying that there is a particular team, and this these representatives, they want that every time they're creating a case, that team should be involved. Okay, so obviously we are going to make a case assignment rule here. Okay, so what we will do, we will create a new assignment rule, and we will associate that particular team which is looking into to that rule, so that whenever that kind of case will be created, the case will automatically be assigned to that team. Okay, we have a case assignment rule here. Next question is that how should a sales rep create an all day event in Salesforce? Okay, so this is very easy, that if you have to create a all day event, there is a checkbox which comes when you are creating an event. It says that check the all day event on, you can just check that checkbox, and the event will be created for whole day, and it is going to show for whole day that you are out of office, or whatever event you want to create, you can just create, okay, for the whole day. So it is just a simple checkbox which you have to click. Now let's move on to the next question. So at Ursa Major Solar, an admin has set up a new user. The user needs to activate the account before the email link expires by default. How long the user have before the link expires? So by default it is set to 7 days. Okay, so here the answer is 7 days, because by default, whenever there is a new user, okay, which whose account is being set up, so uh, uh, a email is sent to his account, and if he or she has to activate the account, so if they are not doing so, the link is going to expire automatically in 7 days. So here the answer is 7 days. Now let's move on to the next question. It says Universal Containers created a time based workflow rule that sends a follow up email to the customer 2 days after a case is closed. Okay, the system admin wants to verify that the workflow functions correctly. Which queue should the system admin view to monitor pending workflow actions? Okay, so we do have a queue with the same name, which is known as the time based workflow. So we have a time based workflow queue. Okay, so the system admin is going to check in this queue, because it has all the pending, everything which is time based, as the name is saying. So everything, it will have this queue, so the system admin can go and check here. Now the next question is, which configuration action should be performed to ensure every case gets assigned to a valid owner? Okay, now look, in this one, actually, none of the options are actually, configure a default value for the case owner field. One is this: create a validation rule. The second one is this: and create a workflow rule that checks for a blank owner, and then define the default case owner in the um, default value for the case owner field. And then they are saying default case owner in support setting. Yeah, so actually, there has to be a case assignment rule for this case. Okay, to see that every time the case is getting assigned to a valid owner, so we have assignment rules for that, case assignment rules for that. But since there in the options we see that there is nothing related to the case assignment rule. Okay, so what we will select is that define the default case owner in the support settings. Okay, so what happens is that in case the case assignment rule doesn't work, so first of all the case assignment rule will work, and all the cases will get assigned based on whatever the assignment rules were. Okay, but in some cases, if even then a case is left, then there will be a default case owner which will be assigned, which we will set up in the support settings. Okay, so actually this answer is not exactly correct according to the question, but since we don't have any other option which seems like correct, so we will go for this one. So now the next one is Universal Containers has asked its admin to automatically set some fields when the lead is created. What is the best way for the admin to perform this automation? Okay, so whenever we are talking about automation, first of all, you should always check the option for flow. Okay, don't go for process builder, don't go for workflow rule. Okay, because the process builder and workflow rules are going to retire in Salesforce. Okay, so ultimately they will no longer be used. So we always have to go for flow, because flow is anyways the best automation. Okay, we all know that. Now so first and second option gets eliminated, we will not go for workflow rule and process builder. Now in flows we have two options, one is the record triggered flow, the other one is the screen flow. Now if you know little bit about the screen flows, so the screen flow is something which is for user interaction. Okay, so it needs input from the users, but here we are not talking anything about the input. We are saying that automatically some field should be filled whenever a lead is created. So that means we need some work which is happening in the background. So for that we always have a record triggered flow. So record triggered flow is that which if we want something to happen when a record is created or deleted or updated, we want some of the fields to set up based on the record action like deletion or creation. Then we use a record triggered flow and it will work in the background. And we have two types, before save or after save. So here we are going to use record triggered flow that runs before save. Okay, so whenever so these fields, whatever fields we want, will be set when the lead is created. Now the next question we have is, what is the maximum number of components that can be added to a single dashboard? Now components are also known as widgets. Okay, so don't get confused within between components and widgets. So now here in the answers we have 20, 3, 50 and 15. So actually speaking that none of them is the correct answer. We have 25 widgets right now. Okay, and also whenever you are seeing any of the questions where number is being asked, number of anything related to number, whether it is dashboard or reports, then please check what is the latest number, because the releases come, spring release comes, winter release comes, and sometimes these numbers get changed. So it might be possible that my video is old and you are watching me after 2 years or 3 years. So please check at that moment what is the value. Okay, so right now it is 25, but since we don't have any 25 option, we will go for 20 because 20 is the closest. Okay, and also if we talk about the charts, so we can add only right now we can add 20 charts in a dashboard, like the report charts. Okay, so the maximum limit is 20. For the images, the limit is 3, we can enter 3 images. Okay, so I have also oh okay, I also have a note here. So it says that 25 widgets max, and out of which 20 can be charts, and I have not written here, but 3 can be images, 20 can be charts. Okay, now also if they ask about filters, okay, suppose this question is not for the components and it is for the filters, then we can have 5 filters. Okay, we can put in one dashboard 5 filters. And then they have dynamic dashboards. Okay, so we do have dynamic dashboards, and dynamic dashboards limit is, it is either 10 or 5 or 3 per org. Okay, it depends that what kind of and addition we have of Salesforce. Okay, so it depends on that, but it can be maximum of 10 or 5 or 3. Okay, so if this question, sometimes this question will come. Okay, and they will give one more option like 4 or 7, which does not exist, so you can mark that easily. Now the next question is that Ursa Major wants to add charts to Salesforce dashboard. Okay, and what are the 3 standard chart types that are available? Okay, so we have bar chart, we have table charts, and we have god charts. Okay, so these 3 are the answers. So some of the questions are very direct like this one, so you don't need to think about, because you know that these are the charts which are available. And especially see, you look what is Venn diagram. It is saying an heat map. Okay, so even from the options it is clear, but yeah, if just go in charts, just explore and see that what kind of charts we have, so you will get to know it as bar chart, table chart, and god chart. Okay, so I hope you liked my video. In this there were some of the questions which I shared. I'll keep making such videos if you like it. And thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe to my channel if you have not already subscribed. And also I just want to give you one tip, which is that if you are using any website for Salesforce admin questions, you have a lot of websites right there. Okay, so just be careful of the answers which they are giving you. Don't rely on the answers, because according to my research I see that a lot of answers are wrong. Okay, so whatever answers they are giving you, don't rely on them. Just do your own research. Just go on Salesforce website and see that on Trailhead you can find the exact answer to the question. Okay, so just don't rely on the answer which they are giving you. So thank you so much for watching. Bye bye, have a nice day.